All right, let's get some tour dates that we have. August 30th and 31st. These are new. We'll be back in Las Vegas, Nevada at Resorts World Las Vegas. That is during LSU and USC weekend, University of Southern California. So if you want to come laugh during that weekend, be grateful to have you there. It's going to be a joy. Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, September 25. North Little Rock, September 26. Springfield, Missouri, September 27. Kansas City, Missouri, September 28. Sioux Falls, South Dakota, October 10th. La Crosse, Wisconsin, October 11th. Green Bay, Wisconsin, on October 12th. And Moline, Illinois, October 13th. Grateful for all of those. Get your tickets at theovon.com/TOUR. And there are other shows too. You can find them all on the website. And I appreciate you guys' support. I can't believe this, that we've gotten to do this. Thank you. We got new merch, guys. We have new colorways for the Be Good to Yourself t-shirts. We have blue jean, granite, bay, and banana. Check all that and more at theovonstore.com, the only place we sell merch. Boom. Boom. She got him. She got him. Shorty want a thug, baby. That's what they say. That's what they say, baby. Shorty want a thug. But do Shorty want a thug, though? Look at Ask Bad Baby right now. That, Shorty don't want that thug, you feel me? Shorty don't. How about this? Shorty don't want a thug. That's a way better song. Shorty want a businessman. Shorty want an electrician. That's what Shorty want, bro. Shorty want hopes and dreams. That's it. Some of the songs just aren't really. They're not telling the truth. That's the thing. Because Shorty don't want a thug. Shorty don't want a thug, man. Shorty want a 3-bedroom house with 2.5 baths. Where's that song, man? Where is that song? We need real music, baby. What's going on out there? What's going on, you little cinnamon sniffers, baby? Where y'all at, huh? Where y'all at? A little hyped up today. It's humid. It's the heat. This heat got me, man. This heat got me. Bro, you take an animal outside and next thing you know, that thing's grilled. That thing is grilled, bro. You got you a little Bichon or whatever you at the park and next thing you know, that thing, it's grilled. You'll have a couple of, I don't want to say it, but CHINESE. You'll have them show up and be like, oh, so what's happening, appetizer? But yeah, it's just dangerous out there. Dangerous to hit the dog park. Dangerous for anybody. It's dangerous out there, a lot of heat. I was in Las Vegas this weekend. It was 117 degrees, man. I didn't know they had that much degrees. That's the kind of shit you see on the side of an oven, bro. That's just too much. It's just too much degrees for a regular man or woman. So, what's going on, man? I missed you guys. Happy to be here today with you. I'm in the studio. I'm in the OG studio today. So I really feel, feel some nostalgia about that. A lot's been going on. A lot's been happening. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm trying to do more solo episodes because I think it's important and I miss it. I want to let you know that I miss it. What's happening? I haven't spoken to you guys since I went to Ireland, brother, and England. And they call it the United Kingdom, but it's not. I guess it's kind of united, maybe. I don't know. If you're in Ireland and you're on stage and you yell out, fuck England, they go bonkers, dude. They will start eating the freckles off of each other. They So I guess it's united, but it's competitive. So that's what they should call it, probably the competitive kingdom. I think that's very fair. And even certain parts of it feel like in Ireland, they're like, we're the real Ireland, you know? And then if you get over to, you know, once you get over to England, like the people in Manchester, they're like, oh, fuck London. They're, you know, they're posh, you know? And so there was just a lot going on, man. It was just a lot to be associated with. But I want to say thank you to all the people that came out over there. It's important that I address that. I did, you know, sometimes I feel like I leave a place and there's not a way to say thank you. You know, I'll go do a show somewhere and I'll leave, and a lot of times I'll be sitting in the tour bus or the car or something, and I'll just be like, man, how do I thank all these people? You know, and I'll share something on my social story or share a thank you. But I'm like, man, I just wish there was a way to thank people better sometimes. And Ireland was it was something else, man. Godspeed to those drunken crooners, bro. Those people, they'll drink their buddy. Dude, I saw a guy put a straw in his friend and fucking drink him. Right there. All right, damn. Wow, and he was lukewarm. At least put some, you know, get him on ice or something, or put a lime wedge on his shoulder. It's just the way that they're doing it over there. It's mostly men. I want to say that in Ireland, and they're going to disagree, and that's fine. But it's mostly men over there. I've never seen so many men in my life. Wonderful men. You know, beautiful, semi-beautiful, off beautiful, and not even beautiful men as well. And it's totally white, you know, whitest group, afraid of the sun, but not of the Guinness. They're not afraid. That's the one thing, the Guinness, Bob. The darkest thing in the whole country is the Guinness. They didn't have any, like, I remember seeing one black guy and I was like, oh my God, are you a Guinness? Like, they just don't have a lot of diversity, you know. In fact, if someone there has a black child, they just name it Guinness. And I'm like, well, that seems, but yeah, just a marvelous group of people over there, you know. And in Ireland, there's always the one Irish guy. None of them, they all stay inside and they're in there drinking. And it doesn't matter where there is. It could be a home, an apartment. It could be a pet store. You open the pet store, there's a couple pets, right? And then there's like people just in there drinking. It could be you open a hardware store and there's 3 wrenches and then 11 guys in there drinking and singing the Pogues songs. You know, it's a drinker's paradise over there. It really is. And then every now and then you'll see the one Irish guy who they send to check out to see if it's sunny outside, right? And I don't know if he lost a bet or whatever, but there's always that one Irish guy that they send out, you know, to check the weather. And it could be 2 degrees Celsius in Ireland, which is like 60 degrees Fahrenheit, and he'll come back in with a sunburn. It's anybody there, you cut a lamp on and 4 guys get sunburned in Ireland. It's just, all right. Oh, shit. We need some aloe vera here for Brennan. So, you know, that's a lot of the culture. Even if I turn the light on my phone, right? 11 guys get sunburned immediately. You're like, oh, Jesus, turn it off. We're going to get cancer. It's always guys. It's like, they're all singing anything. You open up anything, a pothole on the street, they're in there like, and they're just drinking beers and singing. It's just the culture. Because I grew up in New Orleans, you know, and so there's a lot of drunk people vomiting and like projectile vomiting into people, you know, in the strip clubs and shit. And like, but in Ireland, it's just in them. It's in them. Their bones are 30 proof. It's just built into them. So it's a different kind of thing. They're drunk, but they're just Irish. They're just Irish, you know. The crazy one is if a guy gets so drunk, the freckles on his face start kind of moving around or relocating, or they'll spell out things like, oh, you know, Donnie needs a taxi. It'll just that the freckles will start to ask for help. That's when a guy is too drunk and too Irish, you know? They're like, oh, Michael needs a biscuit, you know? It'll just start saying like that. Oh, call the cops, you know? So you just have to you got to look out for that guy. But it's a beautiful country, man. Beautiful people. And I guess this is how I kind of say thanks, you know, just by making sure I try to reminisce. What else was? Oh, the best thing in Ireland, they're always like, oh, the girls are coming. You'll meet some fellas at a pub or something. They're like, the girls, the lady, they'll be here soon. The girls are coming. And you'll wait 20 minutes or 30 minutes, and the girls are never coming. There's got to be 11 women in Ireland, and they are busy. I'll say that. They're busy lasses, but they're never coming. We went out a couple nights, and the guys we met, they're like, all right, the girls are coming. And we'd wait, and they would just close the bar and send everybody home. The girls are never coming. We saw in Belfast, and it's beautiful. Let me tell you this. These places are beautiful. I joke, but they're beautiful. They're beautiful places, and the people are beautiful. They really are. It's fascinating to see just this culture of just not obsessed with things as much as we are in the States. Just more in their moment. I definitely noticed that about the Irish, you know. I mean, the moment is a bar. I will say that. The moment is 20 proof, but they're in it. They're definitely in it. And we went to Belfast, and they have a museum. They're like, come see the Titanic, where we built the Titanic. And I'm like, dude, I ain't going to see that, bro. That the Titanic sank, bro. Why like, I don't understand, I guess. Like, why if it sank, are you like, come see it, you know? It's fucking shit, lad. It drank the ocean, brother. So I don't want to see where you made it. That's not a good shop. That's like in Malaysia, if they're like, oh, come see where we made the plane. You're like, it's fucking missing. So, the girls are coming. They're never coming. Do you get it? They're never coming, the girls. But yeah, I'm joking, obviously. And you know what's funny, though? Irish and English people, you don't have to say you're joking. They fucking love it. That's what I learned. So maybe I'll try to say it less, you know. But yeah, beautiful people over there. Beautiful people in Ireland. And every bar, though, yeah, filled with men. You open any door in Ireland, it's men. You open a pothole in there, people are drinking. You open a cupboard to get you a plate, and there's 6 people on the plate drinking. You open an app on your phone in Ireland, and there's 3 guys in the app drinking. You're like, what the hell is this? It's just the culture, man. You open up, somebody opened a new restaurant, and we went for the grand opening. We opened the doors. There's 48 people drinking. No food. We went to Dublin. And that's like the posh Ireland, you know. That's like they call it West England. That's what the other parts of Ireland call it. And the shows there, it was phenomenal. We just had one show, you know. It was good. It was really good, actually. And then we went down to be honest, look, I'll say when they're bad. And there's some bad ones. But this one, it was a good one. It was a good one. Sometimes you get off stage and you're like, oh, finally. It was good, you know. And I know I'm hard on myself too, but it's like, yeah, that's how I feel about it. What else happened? Oh yeah, we went down to Cork, you know, and Cork is at the bottom of Ireland, and it's a different type of place down there, you know. And you think, you know, Ireland, you think, oh, Cork, you know, they're finally going to put a cork in the bottle. You know, it'll be kind of sober Ireland or whatever, you know, and they're going to get down there just living just comfortable lives, you know. But nah, it's just drunk men, drunk cattle even. They had drunk cattle. I saw 2 cows that couldn't even pay their tab at a pub. And they butchered them right there. God, it's just heartbreaking, And the barkeep, he's like, pay her, Tob. And they're like, And he's like, what are you saying? He's like, more beer. And then they fucking butchered them right there. But the Cavs they don't have any hands to even pay their tab. The guy put the little electronic pay your tab thing, and the guy, all I got's the bell around her neck, and there's no credit info in it. So just kind of heartbreaking to witness some of that. But in Cork, we performed in a tent, like in a circus tent. It was outdoors, blue and yellow. It's blue and yellow, and there's a couple. And I was like, who is going to show up to this circus tent? And some freaking dogs showed up. So that was crazy. That show was kind of tough, but it was great, man. It's just been, I hope I don't sound like I'm complaining. It's just been, I don't know. Sometimes it all happens so fast. And you wish you could hold on to it, I think that's how I feel. Yeah, sometimes it just all happens so fast and you just want to hold on to it more. But yeah, we got to go see a dairy farmer right when we got over to Cork. Our driver, his cousin or nephew was working at a dairy farm. So we went out there, and that was pretty cool. We got to see the cows and just, I never known that much about a cow, to be honest with you, bro. Some people look at me and they're like, oh, yeah, this bastard knows about cows, bro. This that little cow baby, This that little fucking bulldog, bro. That little calf daddy. That's how they see me. They're like, oh, this little boy will suck on a udder. This boy is nasty. But the truth is, I don't know much about him. A lot of cows, when I look at them, they kind of remind me of blind people a little bit. And I don't know why, I guess. And I don't know if I have to know why, but yeah, we got to go see a dairy farm and just see what it was like. And we got to sit at the table at the farmer's table and just kind of have a meal with him and some tea. And that was awesome. That was like the most settled thing we did on the whole trip over there in the UK. Yeah, and it was just, and the girls are coming. The girls are never coming, guys. I don't even know how there's any people in Ireland, because you need women to make people. I don't care how progressive you are. You put two dudes in a room for a long time, dude. You open that door again, there's only going to be two people in there. You need a woman, bro. They're the strike to the match. The match is dumb. The strike is where you get that magic, baby. And so yeah, there's everybody's like, the girls are coming. They're never coming. They never showed up. We never saw them. We never saw them, lad. Didn't see. It's a bunch of Conor McGregor fans swearing that the girls are coming. And and I don't know where the girls are. I don't know. At the dairy farm that's the most females I saw. That was it, And some of them were cute. I'll say it, Depending on how cold it gets, some of them were cute. Yeah, and the wildest thing about Ireland is the craziest thing you can do. You can go on stage, you can say "fuck England," and they will go ape shit. They will start eating the freckles off their face. They'll start licking the sunburn off their body. They'll do it all, They love to say that over there. But then we went to England. And we couldn't say that anymore on stage because we were in England. And England was great, dude. I think people know I've had some history with the British over the years, because we used to be British or whatever. If you look at the Christopher Columbus, the Bible or whatever. And we left. We're out. You know, shorty want a thug, bro. So we left. But then, so I was always like, well, why would, it's not going, you want to stay where you are. You're moving forward, they say you can't go home again. It's like that Miranda Lambert song. It's just like, you don't want to go back. It's not the same. But it was great, man. It was so great, dude. So I'll say fuck England when I'm in Ireland, but when I get to England, dude, I'm not saying it anymore. I had a great time. We went to Manchester, and one of the best shows. Some amazing shows in London. We were playing during the soccer match. What was going on? We had Amir K on tour with us. Shane Todd was there. If you haven't gotten to check him out, man, he's just such a joy to be around. Jimmy Carr showed up and did a guest set in London along with Catherine Ryan. And so that was really cool. Just that kindness of them to say, hey, I'd love to come and be on the show. And that meant a lot to me. I felt really, really welcome there. And it was also a time when the soccer was kicking off in the UK. So people in England were hyped, bro. Harry Kane. Harry Kane. People kept yelling Harry Kane at me, and I thought my penis was hanging out. I'm like, oh, shit, I'll wax it, But yeah, I just want to say thank you to everybody that came out over there. It's just such a crazy experience to go to another country and people come out to the show, And then you're worried that people they don't know what you're talking about, or that you have to change your references or whatever. But that's not some of that's all in my head. So I think in the first shows of in Ireland, I was worried there's this exchange rate or whatever. But it's not necessarily the case. So yeah. So that's what it was like over there. I'm trying to think of anything else kind of wonderful that happened. I mean, it was just fast. It just happens at the speed of life. And sometimes it feels quicker than we wish. It feels quicker than we wish. Sometimes I feel like life wants to just, minutes are just faster than they used to be. Even minutes, they want to get done with it. They're like, oh, let's get done with it. They're like, I'm just a minute. I'm just going to hurry. It just used to feel like things were a little bit slower. Are you struggling with keeping your website up to date and running your business? Well, now you can binge all the web design and digital marketing you want with Modify. Modify helps you with unlimited web design and redesigns, unlimited website updates, 24/7 support, and digital advertising. They designed my website, and I'm grateful for that. They've done it for the past maybe 3.5 years, and it's been a good experience with them. They call it the last website you'll ever need, because you start this program with them and then you just keep moving forward. They take care of the rest. You get a designated designer and support team. Consider updating your existing website or getting a new one. Visit modify.com/THEO for 50% off. The last website you'll ever need. modiphy.com/Theo. What else is going on, dude? Joe Biden, I love this, bro. Joe Biden has decided now that he's running for president. Now, everybody knows that, or if you don't know, my issue with Democratic Party is taking advantage of a senior citizen. That's my issue. I think that they should have taken Bobby Kennedy on and brought him into the fold. I think that he is a plausible candidate who's willing to talk about real shit. That's how I feel. He's a plausible candidate that's willing to talk about real things and not only just wait for the question to come at him, but to say, this is what I want to do. And when he says it, You believe him, I think. People are like, he's batshit crazy. Yeah, well, everybody's batshit crazy, dude. Okay? Jim Henson put his hand up little bodies and made the Muppets, dude. You don't think that was fucking crazy? Yeah, it was, dude. So I've never liked that. I known that this guy is not doing well. You know, my father was a senior citizen when I was born, so I don't like the taking advantage of somebody who is not mentally well. It's fucked up. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you think. It's messed up. And they was doing it. They was puppeting old fucking Joey B, son. And so here's the hilariousness of it. So he's been experiencing dementia for a while, right? I think that's been pretty obvious. And now they kept telling him so much, like these puppeteers, whoever they are, we don't know who they are, but we know who they are. They've been saying like, you're the president, Joe. You're the guy. You're the president. And now when they're like, you can't do it. He's like, now he's the president. It's almost like you convince a puppet that they're real for so long, and suddenly they believe it. So it's just gotten crazy. You know, it's like, if we can't control Biden, how can we control AI? You know, we can't even control BAIDEN, dude. It's a wrap, bro. It's a wrap. So all this shit to me is just kind of hilarious. I think we need more parties. We need more possibilities. I think the CIA and the FBI are corrupt. I believe that we are living in a very corrupt experience with our government. That's really what I believe. And I don't believe that on the individual. I don't think that the individuals are. I want to say that. You know, but I think that the powers that are pushing them are, because I don't believe that on an individual level. Anyway, sorry, that's a lot of politics from me, but I'm so excited now. Because imagine you like build a character on an NBA 2K or something, right? Or 7K or whatever it is now. And then finally you log in one time and you want to use your character or whatever, and your character just fucking looks at the screen and gives you those Nate Diaz #1s, baby, them middle fangies. And then he just does his own shit on the game, and you just have to watch. So that's what I am hyped about this, about Biden. Just because that's what you get. That's what you get for telling a puppet that it's real the whole time. Anyway, so not to get super political, but those are just some of my thoughts. I'm always about the underdog. You know that. A lot of times I'm about the underdog. And I felt like what they were doing to Joe Biden, whatever you think about him politically, what they're doing to him, I thought was fucked up. You know? If I sat in a room with a senior citizen and I knew something was not well about him, and I said things to him or made him believe things to take advantage of him, that's a sick person that would do that. You know, if that happened to my father, I've said this before, if somebody did that to my father, I would fucking take their legs off their body and hide them in their cousin's ass, dude. That's who I am. You know, there's just nothing sicker to me than that. It's like those people that call old people and try to sell them gold and cheat them out of their money. All that shit, or those Nigerian scammer people. I know that they're just trying to make money in their country, but just taking advantage of senior citizens, just fucking, that shit fucking makes me angry, bro. And I'm sorry to use a lot of profanity today. What else is going on? Sorry if this is all over the place, but you know, I've never known what this show is, and so this is what it is. I went to a WNBA game. I'll say it, dude. A lot of guys are afraid to say it, you know. And I will say that I promised my father on his deathbed that I would not go to a WNBA game. That was like his one promise or whatever. And I felt like, of course I won't go. And he goes, oh, if your mother found out you went to a WNBA game, she'd roll over in her grave. And I said, I remember being like, well, Mom's not dead yet. And he's like, she's dead on the inside. That's what he said, dude. So I was like, whoa, Dad. That's crazy. I mean, maybe, but that's crazy. But no, I love you, Mom. But I went to a game, man. I went to a game this past weekend in Las Vegas. I'm a Kate Martin fan. I'm not going to sit in the closet anymore. I am a Kate Martin fan. I became an Iowa Hawkeyes female basketball fan. I did. And a lot, for some people, it's almost like admitting that they're using drugs or whatever. For me, it's not like that. I became an Iowa Hawkeyes fan. Female hoops. I mean, they put up way more points than the Iowa men's football team. So right there, if you even want to see a point scored, you got to watch them. If you're even anywhere near Iowa City. So, but yeah, so I went to a Kate Martin game and I got to see her play, dude. And I was fucking excited, man. I'm not going to, and I'll say this is the best thing. The best thing that I didn't realize is some of the players, as a guy, you're sitting there, you're watching the game. And first of all, it's super relatable. And I'll tell you why. Because a lot of times you'll see the women driving to the hoop and they can't dunk, right? They can't dunk. And that's fine. But to me, it's the most relatable thing I've ever seen. I can't dunk. At this point in my life, I can't dunk. So if I'm going to the hoop and I got a layup, there's nothing more relatable to a white guy than driving to the hoop and you can't dunk. So at that moment, I was like, holy shit, this is the most relatable moment of my whole life. I can't really relate to all those bangers that are out there in the NBA. All those Beyonce Carters, baby, them Vince Carters. I can't, I can admire it, but I can relate to it. But when you see somebody coasting through the lane or trying to figure it out, catching a bounce pass, and they're going up, and the only thing they can do is lay up, bruh. As a off-white, semi-Nicaraguan guy, I can relate 1,000%, dude. So that's one thing that I realized it was so relatable about the games, man. The second thing that I thought was really fascinating is, as a man, some of the players, you're attracted to them. You're watching the players, and a lot of they're women. So if you're a man that likes a woman, then you're. So it's weird. So it's like, at the men's game, that never happens. I'm just kind of marveling at the athleticism. I'm hoping that none of the players are trying to bang my girl or whatever. Just usual shit. But at the WNBA game, you're like, damn, shawty. Does shawty want a comic? It's different. So I realized that. I thought that was interesting, just to have this element of like, oh, I'm attracted to some of these gals, bro. And some guys would be like, I would never be attracted. Bro, go to the games, dude. Go to the games, bro. See if some of these beautiful broads don't hit a 3-pointer and your butt starts sweating a little. All right? Live your life. Oh, and a paper. So just been praying about a lot of that kind of stuff, man. But those were some things about the WNBA game that I really loved. And I know it sounds crazy to say that. I'm sorry, Dad. I'm sorry, Dad. But Asia Wilson broke the franchise record. I didn't know there was a franchise, but it doesn't matter. She broke the franchise record. And this is one of the best things that the WNBA has going for it as well. I think. This is my opinion. My opinion means nothing. It means nothing. You could feed it to a fucking baby. You could feed it to a Bichon. But the fact that the best team in the league right now is in Las Vegas. So you have so many people that are just in Las Vegas that are there, touristing. So if they go see a team, bro, they're going to see the best team. So I'm not sure if that's by design. You never know. That's the dark arts, is the people in the distance. You don't know what they're doing. But yeah, it was there's just so many different little elements that kind of happen at a WNBA game. And some people are going to chirp me or whatever for having gone. Look, I'm an underdog. That's where I'm at. So, but yeah, it was okay. I had a great time, man. It was fun. And I'll say this, the games are a little shorter. It's a little quicker. And you're attracted to some of the ladies on the court. So, it's like, damn. And it's just, there's a different thing going on when you are a man at the game, I think. And that's okay, man. It just is what it is. And so, I had a great time with my family. Dude, I had some of the best shows I've had, in the past few years were throughout Idaho and Utah this week. I want to thank everybody that came out. That really meant a lot. Just even being in Las Vegas, just getting to be in Las Vegas, dude, it's like you go to Las Vegas and the freaking advertisement goes by and it's me, And I sat there with my mom and we rode in together from my brothers because we spent 4th of July with my brother. He lives in Springdale, Utah. And there's nobody, it's 250 people there. And he likes it. He likes the place and he likes being there. And it was just nice, man. I got to go to lunch with my nephew and just be like, what's going on, bro? And talk about his life and stuff. And yeah, that was cool. It made me feel, it was nice. I'm thankful to God that I got to have that kind of moment. Just where, we got to go together and then I'm able, I'm trusted to take my nephew out to lunch and we just had a nice time. We drove around and just talked stuff, because I think maybe sometimes for nephews, some things they can't talk about their dads with. I don't know, but it was just cool, and yeah, that made me feel like I had some value, like important, or just like familially, like family importance or whatever they call it. But yeah, we got to drive. We rode back in with my mom, and she came to my show on Friday night. And if you were at that show in Vegas, it was pretty cool. I know me figuring out yeah, my mother and I had a tough time growing. We've had a tough time over the years, and but she still she listens to every episode of this show, which is kind of wild because she couldn't be there when I was young, but I know she tries her best to show up as an adult, when I'm now, and so it's just, I feel, I don't know, it just, and some of it's been hard for me to evolve, to forgive my mom and stuff, but yeah, I'm grateful that even I'm just grateful that my mom has been patient while I'm trying to figure this out and go through it, and it's gotten a lot better. It's gotten a lot better, and I'm really thankful to God for that. And to the powers that be in the world, because I didn't know, I don't know. Sometimes I never knew if I would have any other feelings towards my mom other than discomfort. And that's not the case now. I have like feelings that pop into my head where that are new and different. So I'm just thankful that, I'm thankful about that. But it was just fun, that she got to come and see me do what I like to do, and so I'm just grateful for that. Because every kid just wants to make their mom or dad proud, that's all they want to do. That's it. I mean, they want to steal their parents' car sometimes too. But outside of that, and they want to freaking hook up with a stranger or with like somebody from down the street when their parents are out of town or whatever. But outside of that, dude, all they want to do is make their parents proud, So that was really special to me. What else is going on? Sorry if I'm rambling. We haven't even gotten into any of you guys' calls, and really why I feel the only reason I even want to do these episodes is so I can check in with you guys, bro. No cap, dude, or for real. Sorry to say no cap at my age. And so, I asked in the past, the last solo episode, and I try to, solo episodes are kind of linked. And so if you're not familiar with this podcast, or if you're new to it, solo episodes are kind of linked. And so I asked in the past who listens to the episode. So I'm just going to rattle off a few of them right here. Here we go.
Hi, Theo. My name is Zeta, and you were wondering what people do for work. So I'm telling you what my job is. I grade beef. Yeah. And I'm kind of a bigger girl, if you know what I'm saying. So it's kind of embarrassing because people probably think I'll sneak a snack or something. But my job basically is like when you go to the grocery store and you buy a ribeye steak or something, and it says like prime ribeye or choice ribeye or select or whatever. That's what I grade. It's a pretty cool job. I love my job.
I love your job, and I love you too. Thank you for grading that beef, shorty. Give me a C+. I'll be good. That's who I am. You know what I'm saying? Give me a 75, baby. I'm good long as you don't say my meat's contaminated, baby. We good. You feel me? Who else listens to the show?
Hey, Theo. This is Neil in Wisconsin. Just checking in out here delivering carbon dioxide, also known as CO2, also known as carbonation, trying to make sure that everybody's sodas are fizzy and remain that way. Gang, gang.
Amen, baby. Keep it fizzy out there, baby. Keep them bubs bubbing, dog. You know what I'm saying? You that champagne, baby. You the champagne in my life, daddy. Let's hear more, dog. Who else listens to the episodes?
Hey, Theo. I work as a social worker.
Oh, damn.
In some jails here in Nevada. Just want to let you know, I listen to the pod. You're always playing in the background while I'm sitting here at the jail after I see everybody, and just wanted to give you a call and say thank you. I appreciate what you do. I'm out there talking to people, keeping them going, and you're back here talking to me, keeping me going. Thank you.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I always wanted to go to jail, and I might sometime. I don't know. We'll see how bad my marriage is one day if I get married. But thank you, love. I appreciate that. And thank you for keeping them boys going. I know people make mistakes and they still need to, they still deserve to get help when they need the most help sometimes, baby. Praise God. You feel that on me. Gang, gang. Let's hear another one.
Hey, Theo. This is Danielle from Illinois.
Danielle, Illinois. Baby, let's hear it.
I'm a beauty school dropout turned production welder, and I just heard your pod, The Merging, where you asked what everybody does for a living, so I figured I'd call in and let you know.
Amen, baby. Thank you for calling. You's a welder, huh? You welding. That bead work, huh? I feel you, baby. Won't you freaking me up a little steak, baby? That's what I would like to see, somebody that, steak by welder. And that bitch is just fucking grilled to it down. That thing looked like a fucking down dark McNugget, baby. Damn, baby. Praise God. Let's hear more.
Hey, Theo. My name's Peyton, and I am a school nurse, and I absolutely love your podcast. It's one of my favorites. I just sit here dying.
Well, thanks, Peyton. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for listening. And God, the school nurse, dude. If you got a school nurse that was hot, dude, it was like, God, just praying for cancer or whatever. Onward.
I adored your podcast with Melissa Ansel, the school lunch lady. It was hilarious and so relatable.
Oh yeah, she's on that lunch game, baby. A lot of broads in them meal streets. Hear more?
I just wanted to call in and let you know that I was a nurse and I love you. And I do have a question. How hot is Joe Rogan in person?
Well, Joe is a handsome guy. He has a great smile. That's one thing about Joe. When he smiles, it's awesome. He is very fit. I think he's a handsome guy. I'm not a woman. I don't know how, womans see handsome, but for a man, that's, I think of him as he as a handsome guy for sure. He is. People ask me about Joe Rogan all the time. I feel like I'm Joe Rogan. Like I feel like I'm a secretary sometimes for Joe Rogan, or like I'm like that. Whoever the Speaker of the House is or something. It's a lady with the curly hair for Biden who they always ask her questions. I think Joe Rogan is very smart. That's one thing about him. People try to label him, I think, as different things sometimes. He is a smart guy. He has a great memory. You can't really lie to him because he remembers. So if you tell him some shit, it's just like, he remembers. And it's also nice that he remembers. It makes him very endearing, because he remembers things about you and about the world. And he's like a library. That's one thing that I really think about him. It's like if they could make a library person, it's Joe Rogan. You can kind of show up to the desk and ask, hey, do we have a book about this? And he will go into his memory because he's had so many conversations and informative conversations, and he will share what he can remember or what he knows. And that's one thing that I think is very fascinating about him. He's a fascinating man. He really is. And then when you get to go watch him do the UFC, it's just like he's like commentating, then he goes in the ring. Like, it's fun, man. I just feel so lucky that he helped a lot of comics and fighters, UFC people, kind of connect in some weird way. So yeah, but that's what he's like, I think. Yeah, and I think that's exactly how I think about him. And I know if I reach out to him about something, he's willing to be helpful. And I also know he's a very busy guy, so I respect his time. But yeah, what else is going on? Thank you guys for calling in. Let me know who listens. Hit the hotline 985-664-9503. Just let me know who listens. I just want to know who's out there. Yeah. What else, man? Let's hit the news really quick. We had some callers that called in about their first time somebody touching their genitalia. We're going to get to that shortly. And then a few other callers that called in. What's in the news today? Oh, Biden spotlights support for NATO as he looks to summit help reset stumbling campaign. I already talked about that. Yeah, that Joe Biden wants to be the president now. They told him he was you tell him he's the president for so long, and then he just walks off believing he's the president, baby. Let him cook, son. Let him cook, bro. That's where I'm at. He's our Bidenstein, baby. He's our Presnocchio, baby. You Geppetto'd him. Now let him cook. Let him install. I want handicap rails along the Mississippi River. I want free Jell-O for anyone who can whistle. I want free Reader's Digest for all natural-born citizens. let him cook, baby. I'm just so excited now that they made somebody believe something, and now that dude is like, no, you're not telling me I'm not the president. I'm running, bro. Things could not get any crazier, man. And so that's got to be, we have to look at it, I think, as in the excitement part, you know. Is pornography causing a problem in your life? That's a good question. It's a real question. It has in mine. It has at certain periods in my life. Watching porno and everything, and watching porno was it was ruining my life. It was ruining my life, man. Made me feel just so much shame. That's what it did. Well, watching pornography has become commonplace today. And oftentimes men will use porno to numb the pain of loneliness, boredom, anxiety, and depression. That's all. I want to introduce you to my friend, Stephen Wolt. Steve is the founder of Valor Recovery. He is a dear friend of mine. And Valor Recovery is a program to help men overcome porn abuse and sexual compulsivity. That's right. Their coaches are in long-term recovery, and they will be your partner, mentor, and spiritual guide to transcend problematic behaviors. There is zero commitment if you reach out to them. It's just the first step in trying to figure out if you may need some help, if you can get some help. To learn more about Valor Recovery, please visit them at valorrecoverycoaching.com or email them at admin@valorrecoverycoaching.com. The links will be on the YouTube. And again, there's no commitment when you reach out to them. But I promise you, only something positive will come from you reaching out and figuring out if what type of help, if any, could benefit you. Thank you. What else, man? Yeah, you know what? Actually, I want to share this, dude. This is true for me. Let me see. I am, as of today, I want to let you know that I am 36 days off of masturbation, and I am 42 days off of pornography. And that, for me, is awesome. That is awesome. Some people don't worry about that kind of stuff, and that's fine. But for me, a lot of my life, if I felt uncomfortable, one day I should do an episode probably maybe about this kind of stuff. But, when I was young, I didn't, I had a lot of trouble relating to women or talking to women. I was very scared of women and dating. I think a lot of it was, I didn't have a connection with my mother. And I've talked about that. I'm not trying to beat that dead horse. But because of that, when you don't have a connection with your mom, that's your first connection with a woman. So I went into the world and I was just so scared. I just was so scared of any connection, any intimate connection with a female. And so when pornography came along, it was easy. It was like, oh, I can have some form of intimacy, but it's not real. It filled like this space that was huge in me. I didn't know how big it was at the time. And so that for a long time, anytime I had a feeling or anything, I would watch pornography or something, or I would masturbate or do something like that because I just didn't know how to handle any of my feelings, especially if it was a feeling about maybe dating or intimacy or whatever. I don't know. A lot of it I'm still learning about, But yeah, so to have this break, to have this space, and yeah, I've had it changed over time. It got better, but it still was always this thing where if I felt uncomfortable, then that, I would resort to that. Because it would make me feel something. It would make me feel some connection, even if it wasn't real. So yeah, I haven't had this kind of a time in my life where I've had that long off of those things. And so I'm just really thankful for that, man. You know, and yeah, I started working with my buddy. He works at this Valor Recovery. We do ads for them. Sometimes we do pro bono ads for their company because I believe in what they do. And yeah. So anyway, maybe one day I'll do like a more episode about that kind of stuff, about being addicted to that sort of thing and that sort of thing. Maybe it would be, you know, something to do. Anyway, let's get to some calls, man. You guys have spent your time calling in. I want to see, a lot of people have called in. You know, we the last solo episode, we talked about the first time somebody ever touched your genitalia, which is a very important time in somebody's life. Because for most of your life, your genitalia, it's yours. It's yours. 99.9% of the time, it's yours. It's your junk. It's your little fucking dirty little secret. But sometimes you let other people touch it and you let them get involved with it. And so that's what I wanted to figure out and see if we could get to some of those calls right here, actually.
Yo, Theo, it's Mike from the Quad Cities.
What's up, Mike? Quad Cities over there. And I believe that's Moline. Let me see. Quad Cities, Iowa. It's Moline, Bettendorf, Davenport, Rock Island, and Moline. We're coming to Moline as well, man. Let's hear more.
Illinois, Rock Island. Calling about the statement you made regarding when's the first time someone touched your genitalia.
Oh, yeah, baby. That first junk fucking touch, baby. Because your whole life you've had your penis. You don't even know when you're a kid you even have a penis. But then you get to like 12 and you're like, holy shit, dude, I got this wand on me. Or you're a woman, you're like, holy shit, you know, I got this pocket on me, you know. I got this fucking little party oyster on me. What do I do? Let's hear more.
Besides myself, it was on the basketball court at the fitness center. Mm. I was playing a 5-on-5 full court, and we was playing with a group of older people. I was probably 14, and they was probably around 40. I don't know. And there was a female, one of them, and she was guarding me, and I cut to the hoop, and she cut to the draws. You know what I'm saying? She rubbed her hand across that shaft.
Well, homie, you got molested, buddy. And I'm not a cop or anything. I'm not a detective for sure, dude. I can't even find my sandals that I swear to God they were at my apartment. But yeah, you got molested, man. I'm sorry to hear about that. Let's hear another one. What do we got here?
Theo, this is Jaden from Indiana. You told us to call in about the first time somebody touched your genitalia, and I have a vivid memory of that, which was I had this gal over to my house when I was about 16, and, it was the first time I had her up to my room.
Oh, bro, the first time somebody comes to your room, it's so crazy. You don't even know what to do, dude. It's so, the first time a girl comes to your room, you're just like, what? I've only seen this on the internet. Sorry, man. I just had to relive that moment. It's such a moment. Onward, brother.
I don't mean that. I'm not trying to be creepy or nothing, but
we are creepy, brother. We're all creepy, dude.
This is the first time we were alone together. Yeah. So it was just destined to happen that something was going to go down. And I remember the very first 2 minutes of my...
Bro, just tell us what fucking happened, dude. This guy's just... Jesus, bro. Tell us what happened, Onward.
My very first hand job, my cousin walks into my door. And my door was a blanket tacked up to the door frame, just covering the doorway there.
Bro, get a freaking door, dude. You're trying to get a hand job behind a blanket, dude, like you're some kind of magician? Get a door, Whitey. Fuck, dude, I hate that kind. I'm sorry to be upset with you. You seem like a great guy. But when people get a door, man, you have a whole room and you don't have a fucking door? Let's hear more.
And this guy, he just bust through my blanket door, whatever,
It's not a door. Don't say it's a door.
tree fort, whatever you want to call it, of a door. And he's like, "Oh my God, don't ever let me see you doing that again." I'm like, "Dude, this is my room, and here you coming through my fucking blanket door like an animal." And it was just something else, brother.
Well, you put up a damn doggy door, dude. You can't be shocked if somebody runs in through a damn doggy door, homie. Get well, homie. Praise God, brother. Let's hear more, dude.
Hey, Theo. My name is Mandy. On your most recent episode, you asked people to call in about the first time that that someone ever touched their genital area.
Show what they want at thug. Yes, ma'am, I did. Thank you for calling in about that. Onward.
And my now husband, we've been dating since we were both 15. So when he was over at my house, my parents, they were out in our hot tub, and it was just us in the living room. And we were watching the movie Waterboy.
Whoa. If somebody touches your freaking junk to Waterboy. Let's hear more.
And we started like making out and kissing, and I was wearing these like dark jeans, and he like put his hand down there and started like, rubbing the area, but
oh my God, he's a pervert.
But obviously, we're 15, we don't know what we're doing. He's like kind of, being a little aggressive with it, a little hard. Well, my mom came in from inside, and so we like panicked and like jumped up. And then we looked at his hand, and his hand was dyed blue. Like his fingers were dyed blue from rubbing my jeans so hard. And then it was kind of awkward because we were only 15, so we couldn't drive home. So then my mom had to drive him home. So I was a little awkward. But after that, that was the first time. So after that, we got kind of into it, and he ended up riding his bike through a blizzard for a few miles to come do it.
Wow, you rode a bike through a blizzard to come, dude? That's crazy. That's the kind of shit that I'm like, what? But, we've all done things to ejaculate or to, I don't know what women do, but to pretend we're ejaculating. Wow, rode a bike through a blizzard to come. That's unbelievable. Well, but yeah, I can relate. The jeans, the pant rubbing. Dude, I remember, this is horrible. One of the first times this girl, like there was these two girls in school when I was in like 7th or 8th grade, and they were like, they had like drank alcohol and smoked cigarettes, and they were like, they knew about the world, like they probably like played with their, vaginas or whatever. And so my buddy and I went over there, and I'm like, dude, we can't go over there, dude. These girls are like real girls. Like, we can't handle that. Look, we're fucking idiots, dude. We're eating lifesavers and stuff. We can't. What are we going to do? We go over. And this one girl, I rubbed on her. I just remember rubbing on her pants so hard. And she she was dealing with a menstrual cycle. She was dealing with a menstrual cycle that had come in or whatever. And I just remember rubbing on her like a damn genie lamp. Just wishing. And at a certain point, you could see that it was like, hey, dude, this ain't the time to be using this lamp. So it's just, I don't know. I feel bad about some things, but yeah, driving through a blizzard to ejaculate is insane. Let's hear more.
It again. So yeah, and now we're married.
Oh, you're married now. Well, that's beautiful. Man, God loves and God lives. That's beautiful. Wow. Oh man, that's good. Thank you so much for telling us that. Let's hear another call that came in. And this is about the first time somebody ever touched your crotch, because there's some times in your life you remember. There's times in life you don't. First time you went to Burger King. Who gives an F, dude? My mom used to work there, actually. Just found out that this weekend. Thanks, Mom, for waiting your whole life to tell me stuff about you. Let's hear another call.
Hey, Theo. Man, the first time that I got my genitals touched was I was about 13. I just hit puberty, and it was my 60 or 70-year-old doctor. It seemed like after I hit puberty, he would always ask my mom to go out in the hallway and so we can do the whatever, and he'd fill me up and tell me to do different coughs and stuff like that. So it was definitely my doctor.
It sounds like you got molested, buddy. And I'm not trying to accuse anybody. I don't know the guy. But if you stand in there and the guy is like, I'm going to hold your penis while you cough the Star-Spangled Banner or whatever, then you were getting molested, dude. If the guy's like, I'm going to hold your penis while you cough the lyric, or, while you cough the beat to Forgot About Dre, then you got molested. And it's nothing personal, and I feel sorry about it. I don't know how else to say it. But yeah, man, you just got to take care of yourself, dude, and I hope you're doing better now. And I really do hope that, man. I really do. And I love you, man. Let's hear what else is going on. Let's hear another call.
Hey, Theo. This is Giovanna from Texas.
Hey, Giovanna from Texas. Thank you for calling.
I have a very interesting story for you. So I'm black, right?
Okay, and that's fine. I know a lot of black folks. Onward.
And I was chatting it up with this white guy, right? That's like 40-ish minutes away from me. And so he called me on Snapchat, right? So we're on a call, and then he says that if I was a slave, he would buy me. And the worst part about that story is that it turned me on a little bit. So, I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
Look, I mean, I think, different things turn different people on, there was a time in my life where I would put chocolate on women's back, and call them chocolate backs or whatever. And that shit would, make me, turn me on and make me want to just fucking, really rattle inside of them. Inside of those women. And there's, I think if he said, if you were this is crazy to be saying. If he said, if you were a slave, I would buy you. But then what would he do? Would he set you free? I think that would be my question. Because if not, this guy is a sex trafficker. So that's where I'm at. I would find out the next chapter of this book, how many years a slave, that's what I would find out, because that's some wild shit. But then I think there's some people that don't care, some of that stuff, it's so far in the past. Some people are able to just look past it and they think that it can be okay. It can be a Halloween costume or whatever. We had a Halloween costume one time. It was a mixed couple that showed up to our door, and they were like in a slave and slave owner role or whatever. And the woman had the guy on a leash or whatever. So some people, it might be like a party thing. I don't know what kind of parties there are out there. Like if there's any Harriet Tubapalooza or whatever. I don't know the kind of stuff that's happening. I don't know. I'm attracted to black women. I think some of them are taller than me, but some of them aren't. But I don't know. I don't know anything, but I hope you guys are still in love or whatever if you want to be. And I hope that you got This isn't funny. I hope you got emancipated if he was willing to do that, because it sounds like you guys are into some weird shit. What else do we have going on? Here we go. We got a call right here.
Hey, Theo, I needed some help, man. I figured you was the guy to call about it. So I got a uncle who's handicapped, and he's in a wheelchair, and I had to carry him in.
Well, hopefully he's in a damn wheelchair. Hope y'all ain't just dragging him around, you know? Let's hear more.
To carry him in to the house because he can't walk or anything. And I touched his wiener a little bit, and I was just I'm trying to wrap my head around the fact, you know that we make contact, and I was just trying to figure out if I was.
Y'all didn't make contact. You touched his wiener, dude. That's what you just said. You touched his wiener. If I go to a zoo or something and somebody's standing there looking at the pandas or whatever eating popcorn, and I touch the guy's wiener, it doesn't have anything to do with him. That guy, he's enjoying animals and eating carbs or whatever. I'm touching the guy's. If you carry somebody in, let's hear more. This is confusing.
Uncle who's handicapped, and he's in a wheelchair, and I had to carry him in to the house because he can't walk or anything. And I touched his wiener a little bit, and I was just I'm trying to wrap my head around the fact, you know that we make contact.
Yeah, look, now I understand a little better. So you was carrying him and you touched his wiener a little. Now I'll say that if you carry him back out and touch his wiener and he keeps saying, hey, carry me in, carry me out, carry me in, carry me out, carry me in, carry me out, and then you got to change his pants or whatever, then that shit seems illegal to me, dude. Then you guys are gay, I think. So yeah, I think if once a day you carry him from here to there or whatever and touch his wiener a little bit, or just mild, keep him fired up or whatever about the next day or whatever, I think that's fine. But if you're carting him all over until he ejacks or whatever, then to me, you're a bad guy. And that's what I'll tell you, brother. And I'm not judging you because I don't know you, but you've been touching that guy's wiener. And he's handicapped, and that's the scariest thing about touching a handicapped guy's wiener is they can't stop you. So if you want, you could do unlimited touches on it. And that's where the devil lives, brother. What else do we have going on here? Here we go. We got a call right here. I like this, man. I can already tell by the tagline.
Hey man, this is Cody from Alabama. I just calling to say hey and tell you that I appreciate you. I listen to you every day when I'm at work.
Thanks, Cody, man. I appreciate you too, brother. I appreciate you calling as well, and just taking some time to share some of your life with us, man. Onward.
I work for a machine shop, but I took some advice that you gave when you had Dave Ramsey on. You had suggested ways of, making extra money. So I went and bought a pressure washer. And just as expensive as things are now, I got a family, I've got 3 kids, and, they're not cheap. So I just needed an extra way to make some money. So I took your advice, and man, I'm cleaning up. Like I'm getting 1 or 2 jobs a weekend now. So I just wanted to call in and say thanks for the advice, and I appreciate, everything you do.
Hey man, thank you so much, dude. I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna hire you for a job, dude. I got your number. I know you called in here from the hotline. I'm gonna hire you for a job somewhere. I'm sure I got a friend down there who could use some pressure washing, so I'm gonna put another job on your calendar over there, my boy. Yeah, I appreciate it. Look, man, thanks for trying it out. I think it's something, it's like, it's that next step of how do I become my own boss? How do I work for me? How am I in control of what I do? And the pressure wash is just the most simple little thing, but people don't want to go out and deal with it. I remember when I first moved to Los Angeles, I put up flyers. I said, I'll clean your refrigerator. clean your refrigerator. People don't want to clean their refrigerators. You know what I'm saying? You think about it, you clean your whole house, but that bitch is fucking weird in there, and there's some weird things on the wall. There's some damn mustard here, something sweated on the fucking glass or plastic in there. You know, I remember doing that, man. Putting up flyers, I fucking get called, people come clean my refrigerator. Some lady, I went over to her house and she kept showing me her damn produce drawer. You feel me? She was showing that bullshit. Right over there off of damn Barrington, brother, out in Los Angeles. But, amen, brother. Thank you for trying. I'm going to hit you up. I'm going to email myself right now so I don't forget. I'm going to hit you up and hire you for a gig over there. But I appreciate that, man. And congrats for you. It's the little things where you start to take control of your own life, or just trying to like, okay, well, how do I be a boss on myself? You start to learn about yourself. Some of it's kind of fascinating, I think, too, to be brave enough to do that. Let's take another call that hit here.
Just calling again from Michigan. Just wanted to let you know I passed over the month mark yesterday, and I'm over a month sober now.
Let's go, my dog. Man, that's so cool, dude. Wow. Wow, man. Thank you for sharing that with me, bro. Hell yeah. That's the best thing about the program, dude, is when somebody gets a month or gets a year and you know that you've been there, so you can feel that excitement so much, you know. Just that feeling that something new is possible. That feeling that something new is possible. That's the feeling, man. That was the feeling I would get when I was stuck in like addiction, or stuck in like mourning over like a relationship or something, and you finally get that day. That one day where you feel like, something new is possible. Man. Thank you for sharing, man. Sorry to, I'm almost kind of stealing your joy here. But yeah, it just makes me feel so good, man. Because to be a month away from the pain you were in, that's what makes me feel like, it's just so important, man. It's like, to be a month away from that pain you were in, and I'm not trying to read your life or anything. I don't know. You might have been fine, but just so many times you see guys and you can feel that, just like that hope in them, that I'm a month away from the pain that I was in. And I think maybe I just even think about it for me. But it's something that a lot of us can relate to in program, dog. And I'm so proud of you, bro. Congratulations, boy. I will eat somebody's ass, dog. You feel me? Better be a woman. What's up?
And it's actually quite great. Everything's kind of shaping up. I've found God.
Yeah, boy, the Lord will show up, boy. When you put it together, the Lord, I will say this about the Lord. Once you do your shit, he kind of come around, bro. You know what I'm saying? So he, sometimes when you ain't doing your part, he the Lord kind of waits for you to start a little before he show up. I ain't judging him, but that's what the Lord kind of do, bro.
I got a whole new meaning in my life, man, and I'm doing it for me, man. I just wanted to let you know that you're an absolute inspiration to me and many others, and keep doing what you're doing. And
I'm just a retarded guy. No offense if anybody's retarded, man. I just am just a human being. And you are too, man, and we're just trying to be, and I know it's weird to connect through a fucking radio or whatever, but I think we're so I don't know. We're starved for connection, I think. I don't know. Maybe I am. Who knows? But I'm just proud of you, man. I really am. And I can hear in your voice, bro, that you're proud of you. And I think that's what I think really makes me feel something. Just hearing somebody be proud of themselves, just at a cellular level. to hear somebody, man, I'm proud of you don't even have to say the words, but we can feel it. So that's great, man. Amen, brother. God bless that. What else do we have? Let's hear one more about the first time somebody touched your genitalia. Let's hear it, because it's such a crazy time.
Hey, Theo. My name's Holden. I live in New Brunswick, Canada.
Holden, thank you for calling, brother.
Talking about my first time someone touched my genitalia. This was back in high school. I was at a party, we drinking. And this is the first time I'm kind of drinking too, so I obviously don't know the consequences, what that does to your genitalia. So
you don't know the consequences of what drinking does to your genitalia. Understood? Onward.
I see this pretty girl, and I strike up a conversation, and one thing leads to another, and we're in the bathroom. Ooh. But my little Peter decides not to work, and I'm embarrassed. This never happens.
Oh, yeah. So every now and then your penis will file for unemployment. Onward.
It never happened, never before. She's like, oh, it's okay. We get out, everything's fine. Go to school the next day. My new nickname, Baby Dick. And that situation kind of sucked. But we're past it now.
Yeah, we're past it, but you just told everybody about it. But yeah, that's tough, dude. I remember when I was a kid, if a girl even tried to touch my wiener, I would just say my wiener's super long. I would repeat that over and over again, almost to try to trick them. Like, my wiener's super long, my wiener's super long, my wiener's super long, my wiener's super long. And they would touch it. I think they didn't fucking, they were like, one girl, I remember her pulling it, like, is there more of it? It doesn't seem like there's that much more of it. And so I think, yeah, there's a little bit of reverse psychology there when it comes to somebody touching your wiener, but it is what it is, man. But thank you for sharing that with us, dude. And just, it's such a time in your life. All right, let's finish this episode. I want to say thank you to everybody that came out in Idaho and Utah, everybody that came out in England and Ireland. Everybody that's come out everywhere. I think one of the disappointing parts about not doing a lot of solo episodes is not being able to thank everybody for the different shows and different weekends. And man, I even did a show in New Orleans, and I don't even know when I was on stage if I thanked the people that were from my hometown for coming. Some of it's nothing purposeful. You're just going. I mean, sometimes you just don't know what's going on. You're just trying to keep your head above your shoulders, but I just want to say thank you guys for bearing with me. And I'm trying to focus the second half of this year. I want to start some type of a foundation or something and start to create ways to give back to people or groups or something. I don't know what it is yet. And I know we've talked about it for a while, but I just feel it on my heart all the time, And I know we all feel that. I have so many people that reach out and they're like, I just want to help people. I just want to, and so, yeah, I don't know how to start putting that together or what it is. And some of it, I think I'm just going to pray about, and see what God shares with me. But yeah, just thank you guys for just giving me, just something to do. Thank you for being a part of my life and let me be a part of yours. I mean that.
Hi, Theo. It's David Froyland from Indiana.
What's up, David? Nice to hear you call, brother. A young fella here, obviously, it sounds like, or a man with a very young vocal box. Onward.
My whole family is a big fan of you. They listen to you all the time. I think you're one of the funniest guys on the planet. And just keep doing what you do, man. God bless. And don't ever let anyone bring you down. Okay. Bye-bye, Theo. I love you.
Gang, man. I appreciate that. It's kind of funny. It's almost like it's like a kid, like me calling from the past or something. You know, I wonder if that, I mean, I believe that's a real person, and obviously it's not me calling from the past, but I think it's interesting how voices come in to your life, and it could just as well be you calling from the past. Imagine if little you could call from the past and say, hey, man, we love you and don't let anything bring you down. Man, how cool would that be? And maybe sometimes even as humans, as adults, we can sit there and we can take that call, you know? If I were to just sit there and kind of lay by myself in my bed or something, it may sound crazy to some people, and that's fine, or sit by myself in my car and just almost visualize, you know, that it's a young me calling. Let me play it again for myself here.
David Froyland from Indiana.
Okay, let's not play his name because that makes it not me, but let's play the rest of it.
My whole family is a big fan of you. They listen to you all the time. I think you're one of the funniest guys on the planet. And just keep doing what you do, man. God bless. And don't ever let anyone bring you down. Okay.
Just a little thought. It's just kind of funny, you know, if I could sit there and think if a young me called, man, what would he say to the future? You know, what would he really say? I don't know. All right, let's take one more call that came in, man.
Hey, Theo, this is your fan and supporter, Tommy Gill from Roanoke, Virginia.
Tommy boy, what's going on, Cat Daddy?
I just want to tell you, bro, you came back here this past October and killed it, man. I had a really good time at your show, man. I had a blast, dude, and I rock that Rat King T-shirt everywhere I go, and people always ask me about it, and I tell them, look you up, man.
Thank you, dude. I appreciate that, man. My brother has a Rat King T-shirt that he wears sometimes, and it's like, it makes my day when he wears it, you know. You know, I know he wears it because he's proud of me, but it just, I don't know. There's just something about it makes me feel good. Anyway, that seemed a little bit weird, but thank you, dude, for sharing. Thanks for coming out to Roanoke, dude. I felt like that was a tough show, kind of, to be honest with you, but I appreciate you coming out. Onward.
I just want to show you support, man. I just hit a Alcoholics Anonymous. I got a month chip today. It's not the first time, but I did do that today, so I'm feeling pretty good about it, man. And I just wanted to share with another person in recovery and someone who understands, because sometimes it's a little lonely out here, bud.
Yeah, Tommy boy. That's awesome, dude. I know we had another call a minute ago about it, but that's awesome, man. There's just something about it, bro. There's something about it. And thank you so much for calling and sharing that with me, man. I'm sorry it took me a while to get to this call. But yeah, man, there's just something about it. 30 days off of anything, bro. 30 days off looking at your hands. See if you could do that. People can't do 30 days off of anything. So to do 30 days off of something, man, it's just so powerful. And it's because it's you saying, hey, I want to have a say in how I behave. You know, and there's no judgment against people that don't do it. It's just because some people don't need to do it. They're fine. They're behaving fine. But fucking guys like us, Tommy, the girls will be here soon. You know what I'm saying, brother? The girls are never coming, Tommy. Oh, man. Dude, I'm so happy for you. I really am. Just like, it makes me, it feels like my heart just comes to the top of my fucking body and smiles or something, you know? Onward?
Yeah, man. I hope you're doing well, man. You know, we all got problems, but I think our problems are a little more manageable when we're not drinking and when we're not trying to suppress our feelings, and we can clearly think about it. But
listen to that. You hear that? You hear what that is right there, guys? That's a young man who has a little bit of clarity, and he's able to see his life a little bit more as when you're like viewing something, like looking out of a window, as opposed to viewing it where you are looking out of a drain. And I'm not judging. I don't know what your life was like before, Tommy, but I just think it's like for all of us, you know, you're not looking from the complete bottom up anymore. You're looking out of a window or, you know, a third story window or just something you can get a little bit of a view and you can realize that everything's okay, that you have a chance. Man, I love you, bro. I appreciate you making that call. Just filling us in, dude. Because, yeah, it's moments like this, man, that make other people think that they can keep going. And me, too. You know, it makes us all think that we can keep going. You know, because I believe that God picked us to live out here in this life. And I think that means something. And I don't know what it means yet, and that's okay. But there are moments when I connect with other people, like in little moments, that I almost feel like I find the meaning of what it means to be alive, you know? It feels like I get a little closer to it every time I make an important connection with somebody, or have a moment with somebody. Now, I'm not trying to glorify myself or anything, but just every time there's a moment where I see two people connect. It could be somebody waiting at the airport, you know. Sometimes you get to some airports and you see somebody waiting for their loved one to get home from military sometimes. They've been in service. And you'll see somebody waiting there with flowers. Or you'll see a guy waiting for flowers for a girl that he cares about. You don't see it that much anymore. But when you see it, there's like a moment like that, you know. Or if somebody's walking with their kid and the kid looks at you, you know, and you smile or wave at the, you know, and you're not a pedo or something. You're a regular guy just happy to wave at a child. You're like, oh, that me? It just... There's little glories like that, little moments like that in life that make you feel like, okay, maybe I'm on the right path here. Anyway, sorry to get in all kinds of shit today, but what do you expect, dude? I'm a fucking WNBA game goer. I'll admit it, Dad. But yeah, thank you. Thank you guys for being a part of my life. We're going to go out on this show the way that we come into it, baby, because we didn't do it right on the way in, but we're going to go out right on the way out, baby. Let me slurp that titty. Sorry, the devil said that, but he used me to do it. I love you guys, man. Be good to yourselves. You know how it is, baby. Bishop Gun, dog, the way we do, son.
I'm just sitting on your front porch, wondering how could I be so far from my home.
Gang, gang, baby!
And my mind is somewhere else, but when I find it, I'll patch up where it's been blown. Now I'm just floating on the breeze, and I feel I'm falling like these leaves. I must be cornerstone. Oh, but when I reach that mind, I'll share this peace of mind I found. I can feel it in my bones, but it's gonna take
love you guys, man.
a little time
for me to set that parking brake and let myself unwind. Shine that light on me. I'll sit and tell you my stories.
Shine on me, and I will
Find a song, I will sing it just for you. You guys be good to yourselves, baby. Praise God, man. I love y'all, and I'll see you guys soon. And thank you for being a part of my life. As always, the hotline, 985-664-9503, baby. Gang, gang. I'm upstairs.